Arizona is becoming a hub for electric car makers. 3 startup companies have set up shop in the last 16 months. We asked Sandra Watson of the Arizona Commerce Authority for an update on why this is happening and where it's all headed. Sandra Watson, good to see you again. Thanks for your time on this. Arizona becoming a hub, a manufacturing hub, if you will, for electric vehicles. When did all this happen?
Well, thanks for having me on, Kat. I'm very excited to be talking about electric vehicles. Arizona has become a hotbed for manufacturing, especially as it relates to electric vehicles. Just in the last 16 months, we've had 3 very significant groundbreakings. Electromechanica, which was just recently in May. We also have had Lucid Motors and Nikola, both in Pinal County. So very exciting opportunities for Arizona. We're seeing a substantial growth in this industry, and Arizona is perfectly poised to continue to see that industry grow.
You know, I seem to recall when Tennessee became a hotbed for just general manufacturing, the existing manufacturing companies. But those were companies that moved operations to Tennessee. It sounds like here in Arizona, these are pretty much startups, correct?
Correct. I mean, I think you're seeing the convergence between the technology industry and the automotive industry. These latest technologies are advancing the industry as we know it. And Arizona, as I said, is perfectly poised to see and to continue to see that level of growth. Arizona has some incredible attributes that we offer to businesses in relation to growing their new manufacturing operations. As you know, there's a significant auto manufacturing industry in Detroit, but as you start to see these new technologies in electric vehicles, they are looking at new locations and pairing up with new technologies to ensure that they are meeting their future demands as well as future technologies.
I would imagine proximity to Mexico, proximity to Southern California, all good things.
Excellent. Yes, Arizona's proximity to these global markets is really a critical value proposition for the state of Arizona. Mexico has a very robust supply chain as it relates to the automotive industry, as does the Southern California. Arizona has continued to grow our supply chain in this industry. And so coupled with obviously the proximity to Mexico and Southern California, it really does give Arizona a very significant advantage when it comes to growing this manufacturing base.
Talk more about that supply chain, because we got the big 3 that you mentioned as far as startups for manufacturing these things, but you got to have the ancillary, the satellites, if you will, around the big guys, don't you?
Absolutely. And we not only have a robust supply chain here in Arizona, as you know, we've been very strong in aerospace and defense and the semiconductor industry here for a number of years. So suppliers will supply to multiple industries. We also have seen great success in adding new suppliers. We just recently announced a new supplier for Lucid in Flagstaff. So UACJ Whitehall is a manufacturer or is a supplier for Lucid, and they ended up landing in Flagstaff. Arizona has so much to offer. We've seen suppliers look at locations all throughout Arizona. So we've got some really very significant large manufacturers like Lucid and Nikola, which are driving a very strong, robust supply chain opportunity for Arizona.
I noticed Casa Grande was kind of a focal point here. How did Casa Grande become such a focus for this emerging industry?
Casa Grande and Pinal County in general have so much to offer manufacturers. Number one, they can draw a talent base from both metropolitan areas. So they can draw talent from the greater Phoenix area as well as the greater Tucson area. They're perfectly positioned between these 2 large metro markets. They have plenty of land, which is, as you can imagine, necessary for these larger automotive manufacturing facilities. Lucid Motors is at 1 million square feet currently. Nikola's building their facility now. So the combination of talent that they can draw from, the availability of land, the infrastructure, which is critical to growing this industry, modern transportation infrastructure, as well as the energy required for these facilities. So not only does Pinal County and the Casa Grande area have what it takes to compete, Arizona is perfectly positioned to compete for these types of projects in the global marketplace.
And how long before these manufacturing facilities, they're up, they're operational, they're sending out cars before, like, no one's business here? I mean, how long, what kind of timetable are we talking about here?
Well, Lucid's facility is complete, and they're already starting to produce vehicles. Nikola is up and running, and they're currently under construction, and so they should be up and running within the next year. Electric Mechanica, as you know, is a very exciting opportunity here, and they landed in Mesa. They will also be constructing their assembly facility, and they will be assembling vehicles very soon.
Last question, Sandra, and again, thank you for your time on this. This is very encouraging as far as this emerging industry. Is Arizona, though, ready to be an early adapter to electric vehicles? It's one thing that we're making all these things, and that's great, but some of us would like to drive them too. I mean, is that infrastructure, how long before that infrastructure is ready?
Well, it's happening now, Ted. We're seeing opportunities and charging stations all over the state. So all of that infrastructure is being developed. What's unique about Arizona is we've got a modern transportation infrastructure. It is very easy for us to get these operations, these charging stations up and running. And so we are well on our way, and we will be ready.
All right, Sandra Watson, Arizona Commerce Authority. Good conversation. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Ted. Appreciate it.